Well, I didn't make my coffee yet. Anyway, hey, how's everybody doing? A little bit strained voice, screaming over music. Freaking awesome time. So anyway, we'll go over all that. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? First, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone that's showing up. Well-rounded, Joe. That's it. I like that. Tommy J, Paradise in Thailand. Kenny Sumpit, how are you? They came. Too bad Logan and Jamie couldn't come. And I guess a couple sick people there too. So I hope everybody feels better. I'm like low or something. I need to readjust this. Hold on. That's a little better. Andrew, how you doing? Everybody saying hello to everybody. And Nikki, glad you could make it. I wish that a lot of people could have come. No people in particular that weren't in Thailand, like Tommy J and Jake, and it was a freaking phenomenal time. Better than I think the my wedding. I don't know whether it was because I think there was more people. First off, we had when we did the hey gorgeous, how you doing? Hey, yeah, you missed out, man. It was a great party. Um, it was during COVID, and and I think we still got like maybe 120 people, but I think this was over 200. I know Bobby seemed to think that there was well over. There was a bunch of people across the street that were trying to watch the show from across the street, and I guess weren't invited. I told my wife, anybody that sort of just wanted to come in and just drink alcohol and fall down drunk, they wanted to come over and watch the show, and there was food for them, wave them over. But I wasn't responsible for any of that stuff, so it was a good time, for sure. But like I said, it was, I don't know, maybe I don't know. It seemed like it was better than the first time. But yeah, I think everybody enjoyed it. I know my wife said the people in town there said that they never never seen anything like that in the village there. So they were all happy and loved it. So I just plugged in my card. I didn't get any. I cooked pizza. I didn't cook pizza the night of the party, but I ended up cooking pizza yesterday before we left too. For all the Thai people, the workers wanted pizza, um, so I fired it up. But I cooked a lot, but I don't think I got it. It's hard to try to keep pizzas from burning in that pellet oven if you're not on it like constantly. So I didn't even try to do that, but cooked a lot of pizzas, and I don't know. I had a good time. Yeah, there's another one that wish could have been there was Rob. I know that if you guys haven't watched, Baha did a 4.5 hour live stream, pretty much the whole show, And Bobby already put out a video, Time to Get Going, and did a good job. I thought it was perfect. A little 13-minute video. And then I'll probably work on this one and put it out today. So, um, yeah, she did. And I think Rob was on it, right? Right, Rob? Your Christmas gift from ready tomorrow. Cool. Thank you very much, brother. And and uh and now I won't forget my name. My wife got me she gave it to me early for my birthday. It's just a little silver deal, but it says Clark on it. So, um, even if I get really senile, and I'll still remember my last name. Hey Ron, how you doing? I saw a bunch of your stuff on Facebook. Uh, he's on a cruise ship, working sort of, right? Um, but yeah, if you get a chance, you can see some of Foz. It was funny. We were watching it last night, and there was this one drunk girl that my wife said was the village crazy too. So not only was she pretty well intoxicated, she's a little off kilter. I thought she was great. She was fun to watch. I just didn't want her to get hurt, fall down, crack her head or something. But yeah, really a good time. Really a good time. Uh, I'm gonna sort of get my coffee ready here while I'm talking to you. Oh, I didn't take my medicine either. My wife will be pissed. My instant coffee here, since I didn't have time to do anything. I had the time. I'm still recovering, man. It was like I said, it was a hell of a thing. My wife did an awesome job putting everything together. I know she's glad that it's over. I am to a certain extent glad it's over, but it was a kick, man. I know everybody's gonna has been hitting me up. Take your meds. I know. Thanks, Nikki. My second mom here, which I thoroughly enjoy. But the a lot of people have been asking me, what did it cost? What did it cost? I gave a high figure on the show. Somebody asked me, I think it was Mitch or somebody, and I think I said 60,000 baht for them, but it wasn't. It was 47,000 for them and the generator. And anyway, the thing was just a smidge over 200,000 baht, 215, something like that. He gave me the final figures. I stopped the bleeding and paid the last bit of it last night, I think, unless something else rolls in. But basically the same cost as that whole back, if anybody was there. I'm still in amazement when I look at that Thai kitchen, a complete bathroom, all covered, a 10 meter by 7.5 meter parking, 4.5 meter by 7.5 meter Thai kitchen with tiled floors and all that kind of stuff. 6,500 US dollars. I'm just total amazement, total amazement. So, so basically, that's what in US, I think somebody's got a calculator. I think 215.20 is like 65-7,000, right? Somebody can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. We need Jake. Where are you? Wake up. Um, hey Bobby, how you doing? Glad Bobby can make it. Like I said, Bobby put out a good video. I've got some stuff here that I just plugged in on the card, so I could show some stuff if you guys want to see it. But Bobby's got a good thing. I'll put this one out. Foz got 4.5 hours of the show, and it was a good show. A little loud for me, and the boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I'm getting old, I guess. But it was really, great people. I'm glad that all the people people were mentioning that. Um, YouTube is YouTube. I mean, people out there want to call fake friends and whatever the hell they want to call it. I don't really give a shit. But the people and the friends, what I consider friends, that I met on here. Without YouTube, I wouldn't have met anybody. I think I was talking to Fa at the table about that. That you know, YouTube's you know what it is, but I was sitting there pointing at all the people at the table, and Bobby and Jai and Andrew and and Chuck and Paige and Mitch, Dow, everybody. I wouldn't have met any of them. Uh, I'd have just probably been sitting in Nissan. um, because I don't go to bars or even restaurants that a lot of wrong uh, frequent. I sit here face to face. I sit in a restaurant meeting somebody for the first time. I don't know. I don't talk that much. As as hard as that is to believe. I think it was somebody had mentioned, who was that? Was that you, Tommy, or somebody had mentioned something on there that when you never saw me give the mic away that quick, because I said, thank you, everybody. This is the English version. Here's the Thai thanks coming. But um, I don't know. A little over 7,000. Yeah. So, yeah, 7,000. I guess it's a lot of money, right? I mean, but I mean, the time, if you would have been there and the amount of food that there was, I mean, my wife had everything there. I mean, I don't know. Somebody could tell 10 different dishes, I'm guessing, maybe more. And she had stuff there in the morning. She had menus for 3 days, for the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. And then the next day for the monks and this, and then the third day for the people there, and they all got to uh, take food home. I mean, there was it was a given deal that they had a lot of family at home and stuff that couldn't come, and we bumped up the food deal so that everybody could take stuff home and give it to their elderly grandpas that couldn't make it or something. So they did it. Hey, Jack. Okay, it's going to be noisy for a second. All right, maybe not. Let's reset it. That's not too bad, is it? It's only going to be for a little while. If I do one more, I was saying that some people said, "Oh, we missed it, bummer." So well, if you put it that way, maybe I'll build it. Maybe I'll build another one. But I think I'm done. Uh, but what could possibly happen is do a just do a party with that same uh, that same person. And they brought everything, man. And then Pierre was had a tent, and they uh, they stopped at midnight, and I got up at 5, and I went to bed about same thing, about midnight, right after they stopped, 12:30 maybe or whatever, 1 o'clock. I got 3-4 hours of sleep, but they they stopped at midnight and they broke that whole thing down. And I think Pierre said at 3 o'clock in the morning they had everything packed and they were on the road. And just as they left it at 3:30, all the crew came in to start banging pots and cooking food for the next day. And then I made burritos, which Tommy's idea. Good job. It was really easy. I made them all in the morning. I got up at 5, but cooked all the potatoes, cooked the Italian sausage, the ham, scrambled the eggs, got it all, and got all in there. And then later I had a tray that held about 20 of them or so. And then I had one of those, almost like a sandwich, a panini press type thing, and put them in there, and then and cheese, and then just put them in as the people wanted them, and heated them up for, didn't take long, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and and they were good. I ate a couple of them. They were okay. Mm. Did you? Yeah, I know you were on there because I think you told me that you had said you had said hello. It was good. Yeah, exactly. So he got an hour and a half's worth of sleep. I couldn't hear him banging pans, and I didn't hear him do any of that other stuff. I slept for the 4 hours that I slept. So I had Ryan left. I saw okay. Oh, Paul's there. Hey, Paul. Too bad you couldn't make it. It was a fun deal. Um, yeah, they don't like I said um, the people there that were talking to my wife said they've never seen anything like that. They wanted to make sure they got the guy's name and number and wanted to know the price. And I think he told them because the guy knew my wife. I think he told them 50,000 just for because the it was 30. I think he charged us. He gave us a good deal, and then we had to pay an extra 7,000 baht for the generator because I just don't have no electricity. That's a whole nother subject we'll talk about. But it was awesome. I really I had a good time, and I'm like I said, the loud music usually puts me out. Prepaid tortilla. I mean, yeah, no, I found them. My wife found them. They, I don't know. I think they were 10-inch, 8 of them in a pack, and I had like I don't know. She had gotten me 6 or 8 packs, and then I bought cheese, a cheddar cheese mix blend. Like what do they call it? Mexican blend or something, and just scrambled eggs. The Italian sausage wasn't bad. It was a little bit dry, and I found when I made my Italian sausage the first time here that the next time when I make it the next time, you got to put a lot more fat in it, and for some reason it needs more fat. It was a little bit on the dry side. Then the ham, he just bought me, sandwich ham that thick, and I sliced all that and cooked the sausage, and then threw the ham in the good sausage grease, and just gave that a little bit of flavor. Because we and Bobby, we were talking about when we went to Koh they put that ham in boiling water. It tastes like nothing. I don't know if any of you guys have had uh, the Thailand ham that they leave. I guess they think it keeps it warm, but I mean, absolutely tasteless. But you know, yeah, you would have liked it. It was a good time. You guys would have had a good thing. I'm sorry to hear about Gift's mom. So hopefully, prayers are with you. But yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. Definitely an experience. I don't think I've been to a lot of parties here in Thailand, and I think the one that came closest to a show and everything was I don't know what they call it, but when your son is gonna be a monk for 6 months, a year, whatever, however long they go, they had elephants and all this kind of stuff, and it was quite a deal. But I haven't seen. I've been to weddings and all sorts of stuff, and um, never seen anything like that. Hey, Nanette, how are you? Glad you could make it. Hey, Dowlo. Um, but yeah, it was a good time. But I know you had other stuff going on. I think you said you needed to the people that had bought your house. You still had some dealings and stuff with them. But I totally. You guys are far away too, man. It's not like you're around the corner. I made that drive on the bike in 11 and a half hours, so I know exactly how far it is from Pachua to that's Surin. Then you got another 4 hours to the property. So it's a long drive. I totally understand. You would have had fun though. Hey Jay, it started out a long time ago. My wife is kind of in charge. Her and her boss at NT now, which was TOT and CAT, which are the two government owned internet company slash a bunch of crap. But um, they merged and made one company about a year ago called NT. And 3 years ago or so, or they did a 20 people early retired. And my wife put together this deal. The one guy that put that as a side thing for him is also a friend of my wife's through work. So he was there. So then my wife said, "Did you like, what you?" I said, "Yeah, that was cool." I didn't expect she was going to do it for my wedding. I thought that was awesome, but it was also for a housewarming. It was all wrapped up into the one, the first one in Sarin. And then this time I said, "I want the same guy. See if he'll come out here," which he did, obviously. But yeah, so she's the one that put it all together, her and her family. I was the bankroll pretty much. She did all the work. I didn't do shit. Of course, it wouldn't have been possible without the money, right? Let's see. Did I miss anything? Yeah, they call them wraps, but some. Yeah, the ones that she had. She got some from Macro, and then she found them over at first ones that I found was at Tops, but now I think they all, at least here in Sarin, they uh, they carry them. They carry them all over now at all the stores here, and at least here. Hey George, how you doing? Glad you could make it. You're shoveling snow. I don't know if I could take shoveling. I'm done with snow. All right, Joe. Like I said, prayers are with you, brother. Hope everything goes good. Have fun. No, no AC today. I have AC every day. Hey Brock, how you doing? Uh, yeah, you know what though? It's really weird. I guess there are. Um, every person that I have met here, I met through YouTube first. Andrew, uh, Bobby, of course, that live here, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I don't. Hey Joe, thank you very much. Still be happy. We got a lot of stuff. That was another thing I've got. Chuck asked me too, and Aaron wanted me to go to his house for Christmas. He's got a big barbecue deal going on, and then at the party, Chuck asked me if I would play Santa Claus at the stuff he does for the kids. So I hadn't told Aaron whether I was. I told my wife I didn't know what I was going to do, but I told Chuck if he wanted me to, I would, because he had asked me before, and something came up and I couldn't do it. But if they can find a fat enough Santa Santa suit, I'll do that. Thanks, Joe. Really appreciate it. Um, but let's see. Okay, all right, I'm caught up. But yeah, there are a lot. Like I was going off of what Bobby had said here. But have you? Some people have. I think Andrew have met a couple people. I just don't. I don't know. I don't go places. Like I know we went to that AA fantasy, and I don't know if you guys have, but I noticed that I don't know if they were French or German or maybe American. I don't UK. A lot of people were coming in as we were leaving, and I don't know if you guys had talked to any of them, but I just don't. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to shut me up when I'm doing a live stream, and if I'm talking to you guys. But when I'm talking to somebody I don't know, I don't talk that much. If you can believe that, it's the truth. Uh, I give. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Yeah, they just told me they sent me something saying they stopped my me being able to put money in or take money out of PayPal, and I got to go back and read. I just saw it this morning. We've asked you to I think they want tax information is what I think they want. So I got to go on and do that too. Yeah, I'm the real one. You bet. Some people don't think so, but yeah. So I'm hoping. I don't know. He's gonna. I think Paige is gonna check and see if they have a fat enough suit that'll fit me, and then I'll probably go there. I think it'd be fun. We've got a couple of things we're gonna do, but we're gonna do them. I don't know the exact dates, but I think we're gonna do ours well before Christmas. And we are getting close. And I could play this from, I made this, was last year? Let's see. Yeah. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. I don't know if that's politically correct or Happy Holidays or I don't know. I was raised with Christmas. We always said have a happy Hanukkah, have a happy holiday season. I don't know what's correct. I'll lose 20, 30 subscribers either way. But Merry Christmas to everyone. You gonna do it through there? Now I am gonna go. I don't see Aaron in here. Aaron's probably running around, but I gotta get there. Yeah, it could be because I don't. I all I do is I if anybody gives it in there, I take it out and I just bring it into my account and I send it to I send my money or whatever to my wife. So I'll be flying by them. You bet. All right, you're back. If you guys haven't watched, you guys need to subscribe if you're not subscribed to Kenny and Sompits. He's doing a really good job. He's really a nice guy. He actually came and stayed, so I didn't piss off too many people, but really good people. Like I said, man, it was awesome. I wish everybody on the channel could have been there, and maybe that's this is the reason that I do YouTube. I mean, it's obviously not for the money. Uh, there is none, but uh, I wouldn't have got to meet anybody, man. And I'm hoping that that's why I ask people that if they're not subscribed, subscribe. When you feel comfortable, talk, meet people in the chat. Because I want to start doing, even if we, not a, I mean, maybe a big party like that once a year would be freaking awesome. But in the meantime, like when the people come in, like when Jake comes back and Brock is here intermittently, but when we can get, I don't know, I mean, just there we had what, 15 people, maybe more. And I think we could get like 30 people, to meet up in outside of Pattaya, maybe some resort off the beaten path just to go there and meet face to face is always cool. But that's the reason that I do it. I do it because we have fun most of the time. You guys get to sit here and listen to me ramble about shit. But, for the most part, if somebody was to come in, and want to know a question about, their visas or whatever. And again, like I said, if you haven't heard it a million times, anything that you hear on YouTube, make sure you verify that, with the embassy. But, it'll give you at least an idea of what's going on and, getting your license. I just saw I mean, how do these people do it? There's a company or whatever, an attorney advertising get your license, motorcycle 1,500 baht, car 2,500 baht, both 30 something whatever. And you don't want, their little caption was, you don't want to come out of your house or go down there, we can get it for you. You don't need to take a test, you don't need to do anything. How do they advertise on YouTube like that and don't get, I don't know. But anyway, so if you guys if you guys don't want to be bothered when you come here and you want to get your car and motorcycle license and not even have to go down there or leave your hotel resort, go look on Facebook. They're all over Facebook. At least they were today. But I think everybody had a good time, right? Bobby, you have a good time. Andrew, I think had a good time. Kenny and Sam Pitt had a good time. My wife said she believed everybody there had a good time. And there was a couple. The drunk lady was my favorite. You guys watch Pa's live stream? The drunk lady's right up and personal. My mother-in-law tried to take her off a couple of times. They tried to get the cops, took her away once, but boy, she was persistent. And maybe about an hour or a couple hours later, before they shut down, she was back out there going strong. I was just worried about her getting hurt. I didn't want her to get hurt. My wife, January 31st, follow a week later. We'll be there until the end of March. Yeah, I think after the first, I don't know exactly when Jake's coming. I don't know when Brock is leaving and when he's coming. But Robert Mack, I think, is going to be here all of January. I can't remember, but maybe I'll try to put some. Of course, I can't even get T-shirts made, but and I'm going to go through Bobby. Bobby, I'm going to get the artwork and get together with you this week. I don't even want to bother my wife with you know, little stuff. She's burnt, man. They had her. I never seen so many people. I mean, she'd walk away from somebody, and three other people would hit her up on what do you want us to do and what do you want here, what do you want there. But she did a bang up job, man. My wife's awesome. Yeah, yeah. You get it from, I guess, in the States. I mean, they made it sound. I should have shared it. I'll have to go look at my. In fact, while I'm doing that, I'll go and look at mine and see if it pops back up. I'll just scroll through it. But the way that they made it sound was uh, that's stuff I got to order to seal the pond. Going to be working on that front pond here as soon as the solar man was out there. I don't know if you guys seen any of the videos, but all those lights and all that kind of stuff, that was part of the show. That was part of their stuff there. They hired. He is friends with the related to the man that did all my solar and electrical stuff here. Uh, and he was there for 2 days. Their family, we put him up in a hotel and the hotel and stuff. So they he did all that. It was excellent. Let's see. Figures now that I want to look for it. I'm not. Otherwise, it was bombarded every other one. But I'll keep scrolling. I'm not doing much anyway. Because I mean, for the price, I would have paid it. I don't think I paid much anyway. And my wife, if you have a significant other, by all means. I mean, I think it's just completely waste of money to go down and I'm going to switch back over to you guys because I'm not seeing it, but I'll check see if I can find it. Um, if you have a significant other, like I don't know what they charge to do all the stuff like doing that with your visa, long term visa. If you don't want to be bothered, but I think it's like 20-30,000 baht to get somebody to make sure you had money in the bank and do everything for you. Um, you got to do that, but 1,900 baht. It's like $60, $50. Uh, my wife, now that we've done it 3-4 times now, she has like Paige, I know too, has a big. She's got a briefcase full of crap, so that when we go there, they say, "Oh, we need this time." Okay, there you go. So it makes it easy. So I wouldn't do it. Like I think James is doing something like that. He wasn't 50. He was like what Logan is going to run into when he comes here. If he decides to stay here long term, he's going to have to figure out uh, something else besides a retirement visa because he's going to be a young whippersnapper when they both come here. I never thought I'd say that about a 40-ish man, but I'm going to be 67, man. That's freaking me out. Anyway, um, so it depends on your situation. But if you've got a significant other that is, or friends or whatever, that speak fluent Thai, uh, I don't think it's necessary. But on this thing, it's so cheap. I wouldn't even bother my wife to pay 1,500 to get my, or what, $100, to get your car and your motorcycle. It's crazy. Till the 20th of January, Brock. Sorry, I didn't. They should have. They might have. They might have. They might have switched over pumps or something, and it might have been down for a while. I didn't know that. I didn't notice it. We got plenty of water, so I don't. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. I'm not saying it isn't. It could be. They wouldn't have tell. They wouldn't have told me. They would have told my wife or something. The wives. You guys are talking when Dow Low's coming. Me and Andy got. Yeah, you're up there a couple of times on on Foz, I think. I don't even remember. But your video I thought was great too, by the way, Bobby. I thought it was perfect. You liked them? They were pretty good. The sausage was a little bit dry to my taste. You might be able to, Logan. You might be able to. They were easy to make. That's what one I liked about them. And if Tommy wouldn't have suggested that, it would have been a nightmare because no one came at the same time. I would have had to have more burners to try to cook eggs, and it would have been. It was. Thank you, Tommy. You only had one and a half. I think I had. I think I had. What did you say? See, it goes away. Two and a half. I think I had two of them. Yeah, I'm a whippersnapper. Yeah, Bobby will be 70. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought I'd live to be 35. We've talked about that before. So this is all like free time for me. But I don't know. You know what? When I was a kid, and you guys didn't when you looked at like 50, 55-year-old people, you thought they were like older than dirt, right? And here I am like 10 years past the older than dirt stage. At least what I was seeing when I was a kid. And I guess it's the same. When you look at yourself, and even when you're looking at, like, when I look at my wife, it was weird. I could see somebody that you saw every day. Never, the age didn't make a difference, but the everybody else aged. I don't know how to explain it. I could look at a woman that was my wife's age and say, God, that's an old woman. And my wife looked younger to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But yeah, I think about what she would think, what I did with my life after she passed. I think she'd probably be amazed that I've done that I'm still alive, for one thing, and that I didn't completely lose it, which I could have very easily. I don't wish that on anybody, to have to go through that. It's the worst thing in the world. It's one thing to die, but to witness someone that you love dearly dying. And the worst part about it, at least for me, I don't know about anybody else, but there's not a damn thing that you could do about it. You could try to be as supportive as possible, but it tore me up that, I married my wife and promised to take care of her forever, and here I was at the end of her life, and I couldn't help her. It was something I couldn't fight, I couldn't kill, I couldn't strangle. Uh, I don't wish that on anybody. That's why I tell a bunch of my friends and stuff, hey, if you guys are ever going anywhere, make sure you go together. You be on an airplane together. You don't want one to crash and lose either way, whether it's husband or wife. It sucks. But that should fill out. Where's Logan? Does that fulfill the dying part of the program? I think it does. But anyway, I don't know why I got off on that. But I think she would have been proud of me to a certain extent that they handled it and didn't lose it completely. And um, living in Thailand, I mean, look outside here. I'm still in total awe of being here. It's freaking amazing. I did make, in fact, I wonder if I can I show that? Let me see here. Hold on one second. And let me see. Video file. I did do where was it? Was it in videos? No intro. Oh no, that's not it. Maybe it was on D. No. Would have been nice if I knew where it was. Thought that let's see. No. Of course, now I found out where my let's see. Videos is it in here? Let's see. No. Oh, yeah, here it is. See if I can music. But with the Kochang stuff on the drum. So anyway, so I'll use that one. I don't want to watch it. They'll skip over it in the video anyway. But you know what? I need to do that, Logan. I'm glad you said that because when I checked, it was 35.5 yesterday. I think on the exchange rate. Gold is mediocre, 33,400. Yeah, 35.6 right now. In fact, now thinking of that, I think I told my brain that when it hit 35.6, that I would move some more money. I think I will. But okay, so I've rounded it up now. Yeah, do you guys like it? Different, right? I don't know. Same type thing. I said the same thing, but it's things that I believe, I do believe it to be an honor to be able to live here. I mean, pretty much my whole existence now is here, now 2 houses and the vehicles and the wife and the wife and family, kind of make a little bit of a difference. But, I, I enjoy Thailand. Um, but if you guys get a chance, look at Bobby's and watch, Bobby's video, and that'll give you. And I'll try to put it out. I'll try to put it out today. I was up early. I think I got up at 4:45, but I was doing a bunch of other stuff, checking out videos, so I didn't do any editing. But I wish I would have got more footage. I think I've got plenty for a video, but I didn't get much of the party. I really wanted to put the drone up before it got dark and get a picture of all the stuff with all the tents and the stage and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't get any of that either. Typical. Morning. There's Craig. Even the chat. You missed a hell of a party, brother. It was a fun time. My star's still tanking. Catch. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know, man. I would. It just seems like every time when I was younger. I mean, my all my friends got ulcers watching their 401ks and their stocks and stuff. And most of the time, it just they just held on and things mellowed out in the future. It's just knowing when. I don't know. I just found it much easier with metals. I think gold and silver, platinum. Um, I don't know. I think gold, I think, is overpriced right now anyway. But uh, I don't know. I guess you got to hang on. I always figured it was gambling. I didn't want to gamble, like I said before. Plus, I was never any good. I got friends that are really good in the stock market, and they make a lot of money today in the stock markets. But I'm not smart enough or don't know enough about it. If I'm going to gamble, I'll go to Vegas and play Hold'em or something. Yeah, I will wait till the end of the week, Joe. I always do. Seems like on Saturday or over the weekend it drops, and then coming up in the next part of the week it crawls up. It is the trend I see with my eyeballs. Joe probably knows better than me, but yeah, yeah, yeah. For my birthday, you got it, Tommy. It's this one. Where's that one? It's the one that I think. Let's see. Let me go here. Let me go to his deal. It'll be a lot easier. It is. Oh, what did I do? That didn't work. Okay, let me go back. Here it is. He sent me a little video on a walk around. So let me see if I can find that real quick. It's a 1992. Um, Let me see. How do I do this? I don't know how to do it. Yeah, imagine that. Let's see. Let me go present. Um, Share screen. I have to share screen with this particular one. And is it the Facebook or no? No, it's not. Anyway, let's see if I can. I think I can. All right, hold on. I kind of like it, man. I probably get. If I was in the States, I'd probably get a bunch of crap from people. But let me see if I can. No, let's see. Now, how can I do it? Download. Okay, where'd it go? Okay, let me see if it's in my downloads now. Let's see. Yeah. Where's downloads? Yeah, there it is. Now, can I? That's a file, so I should be able to maybe do this. Go here. Let me try this one more time. All right, video file. And let me go to downloads. You go to this one. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, there it is. So I don't particularly like the solid back wheels. I don't particularly like the pipes. I think the ass end's sitting up too high. But it reminds me of my Dyna, my '08. It's a 750 Honda Shadow. Uh, I looked at it. 99% of the stuff on the YouTube and on the internet is good, saying um, it's a good bike. So we'll see. It's I think he wants 115,000 for it. So I'll go and look and see what kind of shape it is because right out of the gate, I don't want to change the front and rear gears and the chain, and it's carbureted. So I'll have to see what I need to do for the to spiff that up a little bit. But I'd never seen. It's a V twin. It sounds good to my ear, but it's water cooled, which I was really in amazement of. I didn't It didn't dawn on me until I go, what's in the front there? It almost looks like a radiator, and it was. So, but I didn't like. They make that in the newer ones. They do make an 1100, um, and the newer ones are shaft driven, and I'm not a big shaft guy, so I'll deal with the chain. Um, yeah, you know what? I was looking at. Excuse me. I was looking at my on the card there, and I don't know whether it was I was running that shotgun mic on the GoPro, and boy, the audio sounds like shit. So it's going to be interesting on how that's going to go. It's a good video, Bobby. Some of the dancers, yeah, and my wife said they made a ton of dough. She said they were happy, happy, happy girls. Uh, yeah, there's Andrew said it. My wife said they made a bunch of money. They were happy, and boy, the more money that they were making, the more scandally, cladly um, they got, which was fine with me. I mean, there wasn't too many kids there, little kids. I don't think they would have known what was going on anyway. Just get the HD. I just don't want to spend 700,000. I for the amount, like even on this, I'll get to screw around with it a little bit because I'll probably change the pipes. I'll probably modify the rear end a little bit. Probably do a little bit to the carburation. Depending, I have no idea what it has power wise or anything. I'm sure it's not a speed demon, that's for sure. It's about the same CCs as an old 45. I think they were 700 and some odd CCs. But it should be fine. But like I said, I'm probably not gonna drive it on any long distance. I'll take my Forza. I dig the Forza. Um, but on short jaunts, like if I was to go over and 5 hour ride over to see Chuck, or 5 hour ride down to Kochang, I might do that. But if I was gonna go like over to Pachuap, or take a 5-6 day trip somewhere, I would definitely not take it. And so if I wanted to get a decent bagger, they're between 600 and a million baht. And I for the time that I'm going to use it, I don't think, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you would have had a good time there, brother. It was fun. It was really fun. Hey, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it's like a third one. Thank you very much, man. Um, and like I said, all that money, in case people wonder, I try to tell everybody where it goes. But the one kid that I've said the story about that has a grandma that is gonna pass away, that goes to school with my daughters, we give him 1,000 baht a month to help supplement his schooling and living and eating occasionally. Because that was the one when we went there, we took out to the barbecue with us, and that's when we found out about him, and he had like 10 baht to go see his grandmother that would have took like 100 baht to get there, to see her. And um, so we gave him some money then, and then we found out later that he's coming over and he eats with the kids, or he comes over and sees the kids, and they try to feed him because they know he's not eating. I didn't know he wasn't eating. So we sent over the first 1,000 to the oldest daughter. They took him down to the macro and bought a bunch of noodles, mostly, canned fish, that kind of stuff. But anyways, ever since that, it's been over a year. So what we do is we take up I'll tell you what it is now, just in case anybody's wondering. Let me go to, where is it? Yes, where memberships, and it's $16.59 is what the says the revenue is the last 30 days. 22 members. Thank you very much for the members. Um, and so I don't even know what it works out to 1,000, but it's like $30. So over half you guys from here contribute over half to that, and then whatever comes in, you guys contribute. And I always tell everybody when we go to the schools and stuff that it comes from the people that are on this channel. You like a good chef. You don't like dirty chains. I don't know. I mean, a lot of my bikes were obviously back in the day. That's all there was. Um, but I don't know. I don't have a problem with them. I think it was Bruce or something showed on Facebook a chain missing something and said, "Oh, this could have been a catastrophe." Which, yeah, it could have. I don't know if you guys seen that. Exactly, and me too. I mean, in the States, I was buying until Obama came in. I was buying cartons of cigarettes through the mail, and then he shut that down, and you could only buy cigars, which I smoke cigars too. But I couldn't get I was buying 10 cartons of cigarettes every couple of weeks or whatever it was. I smoked a lot, and my wife, this one smoked too. So, uh, so yeah, it's amazing. And now I don't smoke anything. And like I said, I just, being here in Thailand, ever since that one doctor said, you should give back to Thailand, he's absolutely right. I mean, uh, and again, so the people that are watching, if you're coming here and you're questioning the healthcare, I couldn't have got any better treatment anywhere in the world than I got in the private hospital in Surin, and the ones in Bangkok I think are probably better. Uh, but I don't know, if some people, I don't know if they hear that it's bad or it's horrible or whatever, but whoever you're hearing that from, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I was in intensive care with a tube down my throat for 2 months and in a private room for a month. So 3 months I was in there watching their every move, and they treated me as good, if not better, than a Thai person that was in there. So I regard their healthcare here as top notch, very very good. Even the chat my day. Thanks. I can't wait for you to get here. Hey Ralph, how you doing? Local cigar shops here in Seattle area are broke out the doors and windows. Drove a car in. So really, wow. I don't know. Is it still crazy in the states? I think the last time I was there, it was like $7 a pack of cigarettes. I think New York was like $12 a pack. Is it still crazy like that there? I started buying them off the Indian reservation, and it still was getting pricey. I thought I was in heaven when I came to Thailand and paid 60 baht for a pack of cigarettes. And I'm going, hey, I'm cutting my money way back on smoking. Me like an idiot, and I'm thinking these things are killing you, and you're hurrah. Look how cheap the cigarettes are here. Of course, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the pictures on the cigarettes here in Costa Rica. Same thing in here. Maybe every place but the United States, with just pictures of black lungs and I don't know. If you haven't seen them, you need to, at least if you go into a 7-Eleven when you're over there, ask them to, you'd like to see a pack of cigarettes, or if somebody's smoking, you'll see it. What I ended up doing was buying a hard case lift top so I could put the pack in there, rip off the hard pack, and rip off the or soft pack, and I didn't have to look at the pictures except when I put them in the case. Yeah, everybody's telling me, Ralph, it's just like they're telling me you don't know how lucky you are that you live in Thailand. And these are all my friends and family and shit in the United States. I guess it's just getting worse and worse and worse every day. Dave used to start at 9:30, dropped it down an hour for me, so I can believe you guys. I'm glad you could watch. I know it's hard for some people to make the different times. I think the time change helped, right? I think, and now it'll get bad, and when the time changes again. It is around the same. I paid okay, so they're still 750 a pack. Wow. Because I was really the first time I went, I think I was paying. I want to say I was only paying for about $4 a pack when my cousin first got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. So we went to Yale because that was supposed to be one of the top places, and plus we got a bunch of family in Connecticut, and so we went back there and killed two birds with one stone. He went and saw the doctors and got an evaluation of his how far along he was and what he could look forward to or not look forward to. But I went into a place. I think it was $11.50 I paid in New York City for a pack of cigarettes, so double what I was paying in the U.S. So I guess I'm grateful. Although the stress and stuff over the line, I told Aaron we were talking and he had cigars and I said no. And if I light up a cigar, I'll be smoking a pack of cigarettes within the hour. So, and I know I'll die. I mean, my wife, she preaches to me all the time that, um, you'll die if you start smoking again. And I said, I know. So I'm going to try not to. But boy, I guess, and Aaron brought up a point. I'm going, man, it'd been over 3 years and I really had not once in a great while. And I said, for like the past 3 days, I've been jonesing to smoke. And he said, it's the stress of all the crap from the party and this. And I said, I didn't even think about that, but it was true because now, that's all kind of relaxed and gone now. I'm not jonesing for that. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it. um, I'm checking out for the night. All right, Logan. I hope Jamie feels better. Is she feeling better? I hope so. And then when do you go on your whatever your Christmas, New Year's vacation? What do you get? 2 weeks? They let you have 2 weeks. Everybody's saying goodbye to Logan. Let's see. I was what? Dropped because I think I'm in the UK. What's with that? You were what? Dropped? I don't know. I missed that. I don't know if I've seen you before. How you doing, Barry? Um, I don't know. You went over my head on something, Bobby. I don't. I don't know what happened. Unless you're talking about on the member thing, maybe. I don't know. You'll have to rephrase that question. But party was good. I'm trying to think if I can. Think I can a video file, but I don't know which one it would be. Let me see if I can, just to give everybody a little bit of a. Like I said, I think the audio is really, really dodgy. But let's see if I can go here and go here, go here. Wow, they're all in order. I don't know. From the last ones, let's see. Let's try going up in the 40. No, let's see. But that was part of the show. That was the stage. That's in my front yard there. The house is off to the right. But um, there comes some girls. They It was it was awesome, man. You guys did you did miss out a little bit. Let's see if I get the see now. I wonder what the audio's not. No, over modulated, peaking big time. I might be able to do something with it in the editor. But my daughter, the oldest, she's going to be able to teach traditional Thai dance. She's going through her dissertation now in college, and she has to actually teach kids in another school for 3 months, I think. And then when she gets done with that, I think in February, um, she can pretty much go anywhere in Thailand and teach traditional Thai dance. Which I don't know what she's going to do. She wants to go to the U.S., so we'll have to see what happens with that. But let's see if I that one's going to end. Let me see what we have. Where was I? Which one was that? That one I said was 40, right? Let's see if we go. What's 37? There's Chuck. I was a young kid. He had a good voice too. There's the house. You guys have seen the house. I know more than once if you're watching. There's the drunk lady. Did I miss it? I missed it. I wasn't looking. She was something. She was something. There's Mitch. I think Pa was across from me, and it was. I don't know, man. It was fun. It was definitely something to see for sure. There's Tip. I would like to thank you, Dave. Nice party. Enjoyed it. Sorry, my dancing. No, man. That's what you were there for was to have fun for sure. And she did have a good time. I picked her up. We had a late start, so I thought that I was going to be waiting for her, and she actually we got a late start, and she actually had to wait for us to get done in macro buying some stuff, and went by the bus station, picked her up, and it was a good time. Good time, great time. I'm glad you could make it to the live stream. Yeah, yeah, and they got. I guess they're used to it. The youngest, the two that were there, that's her best buddy, and they she just turned 18, and she's been in the private school, which is like a. I've said it before. It's like a school of the arts that you would go to in New York or something. That you have regular schooling, but she was in the singing thing, and like I said before, it was like the Olympics. I was really proud, and I don't know if she understood how big of a feat she did, but I mean, it was there was 50, 60 countries there represented for this singing in Korea, and they took the bronze medal. Um, it was the Thai school in Bangkok, and she was part of that. She sang it. But I think they're used to it. I mean, she's been at least in the last 4 years that I've known them. We've been to Bangkok, and she does singing recitals, whatever. Same with the older one. She's danced in front of every um, from royalty to to the big C openings. She since she was like God, I want to say 2 or 3 or 4 years old. Sim, and she's 21. She just turned 21 on the 7th of December. So just a week ago or whatever. But yeah, very good, respectful kids. Really good. Why would anybody come to the U.S.? Yeah, the only reason that I would come there is to see my kids. See my kids, see my grandkids, see some friends. Um, but any of my friends and stuff, I'm trying to tell them, if you're going to retire, come here and check it out. Yeah, she was. They did good. Frank dancing. Who was Trip was dancing was? Yeah, she had a good time. I don't know. Towards the end, I mean, there were so many people I couldn't see the stage. So I'm going to say there was like 30 people up there probably dancing, um, or maybe more. I don't know. But like Bobby, what do you think was there? I was trying to think. It definitely was bigger than the one in Surin. I want to say the one in Surin was after the epidemic or pandemic or whatever the hell it was, or during it. And I think we had a little over 100, 120, but I think there was well over 200 people there. I think me and Bobby did discuss that somewhat, and uh, he seemed to think so too. So yeah, at least 200. Yeah, and then the people across the street. I don't know how many people were over there. 30, 50. Um, I don't know. And like I said, I told my wife from the beginning that unless they're just coming because they want to suck down my alcohol, they can go do that in the local pub or something. But if they want to come and enjoy the show and eat, I said, if we got the food, feed them. Have them come and sit down. There he is. I was talking about you with your ears burning. Um, uh, so, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'll talk to you probably after this. I didn't bring the trailer. So I think I'm gonna probably only come over for one night and then check out the bike. And I still don't know how I'm gonna get it back here. Maybe I'll just have the guy ship it or something, or find someone there to put it, or maybe they can put it in the back of my truck. I don't know. So anyway, so I got to make new because my wife wanted to keep the trailer there. Her mom ended up staying. She's checking it all out, and she wants to go back next weekend, and she wants to go camping up in the mountains. And why are you going to drag it? To drag it? I said okay. So I just didn't do it. So I'll 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 be in touch with you, Aaron, and I'll let you know in case where the bike is in Korat, and that's where in Korat's huge, but that's where Aaron is. So I figure if I go over there, I might as well take. I haven't seen his house or anything, and at least spend that. I'm going to know immediately. I'm going to listen to it, ride it up the street, and if it's what I want and it's in the price range, so 99%, I'm going to buy it if it's not just a total piece of shit. Hey Scott, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. So what's going on in the future? The house is done now. They have to paint the that back building, um, which has a Thai kitchen in it. Bought a refrigerator for that. I think I bought burners and stuff for it too. Not that I mean they really need it, but um, probably we'll probably go there at least once a month, and or maybe more than that in the first couple of maybe after the first of the year, depending on what happens with my wife's surgery and stuff. And then I still don't know if I'm heading back to the States or not until they finalize when they're going to do and how long it's going to take her. She's going to be down for a little while. Um, she's going to yeah, she's going to be down for a little while. So we'll see. But there's some stuff my wife wants to plant some more plants, and everybody that brought plants, and I know Aaron did, and Aaron's family, and a bunch of people that she was ecstatic about the roses and those. I don't know the name of the one that your sister-in-law brought, um, but she loved them all. My wife's just a plant person. Look at I can show you out my back door, and you'll understand immediately. So she wants that whole area in the front is um, which one was it? Was it the last one? Let's see. Let me. Yeah, this whole area that we were sitting here in front, it's concrete out. I think 3 meters, and then all this area here, besides the driveway, is um, going to be, I guess, some kind of grass or something. I don't know. again, that's her deal. So, so we might go a couple times a month for the next few months or something. And I enjoy it there, man. It's nice and quiet. I mean, it wasn't that night, but and they just ramp that music starts back up in the morning when the monks were there. Before the monks got there, the stuff was going loud, but there wasn't anybody. My uncle's down the way. There's a house across the street, and hell, a mile up the road, I think the next house. So I don't think no one complained. Everybody was happy that they got to see it. I guess Bobby Bobby danced with Tip. You did, right? No worries, Tip, no problem. I'm missing out on all this good talk. But yeah, it would be fun to do that once a year. But I don't know. That'd be a little be a little. Of course, if it was just for a small group, it wouldn't be too bad because I'd spend a lot of money on on food and booze. And because, like I said, he was he could figure it out. He was 47, so let's say 50 grand for the entertainment, and the rest was tables and chairs and covers and food and alcohol and security. They had only there were supposed to be like seven cops there, and I think there was like 18 of them there because they all came and then they wanted to stay. So I guess they called all their buddies, and they had I think every cop in the village there and beyond were all at our house checking out the show. They dug it too. Hey, Ron, how you doing, brother? Sorry I missed saying goodbye. Hope your trip home was good. And I'm glad that you brought everybody too. By the way, Aaron, in case you were wondering, um, I missed you saying hi. I missed a lot of stuff here, didn't I? Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. If I missed something, put it back in. Yeah, about 10. Yeah, there was a lot there. And then they had a lot of those guys that were um, in the orange vests and the other stuff. Those are, I think, they were cops that were off duty. I don't know. Um, I'm glad. How's Rolla? How's your daughter? Got a fantastic family. Like I said, man, like I said earlier, you say what you want about YouTube, you say what you want about having problems and doing this and that, but to me, it's all worth it just from the people on this channel. I mean, like I said, biggest thing. I mean, we went over. What did we go over? Let's see. 2,410. So there's been 11 in the last 28 days. But it seems like we get like maybe about 30 a month or something like that. Like I said, I don't think it's ever going to grow into any, which is fine. It's just that we want, the top quality, good people, that want to have fun and just talk about whatever. And like I said, the people that are watching, the majority of the time, we talk about Thailand. Spending more today on the party because it was awesome. But we talk about anything, and don't feel bad or weird or whatever that you don't want to come in and say anything. It took me a long time to type something into the chat, but you don't have to be afraid to. No one's going to jump down your throat. You ask what questions if you have about Thailand and coming here, but like I said a million times, if you're not going to retire in your home country, you ought to come and check out at least Southeast Asia, but Thailand. Um, oh, I see something come up here from my wife, and there was a 9,000 baht. Let me see. Yeah, let me pull it up here for a minute. 9,056 baht. What was that for? Let me ask you. Last bill for steel for door and bathroom. All right, so another 10,000. So yeah, 220 now. Um, but God, I hope I'm hoping that the bleeding stops. I'll put okay. Okay, I'll have to send her that. 1,056 bucks. I don't know what I was talking about now. I got off on a tangent. Um, oh, but retiring in your own. I only know about Thailand. People ask me about the Philippines and stuff like that. I've never been there. I'm hoping to go. I have never been to Laos. Never been to Cambodia. You know, I want to go. I'm gonna go, but I don't know. I know Thailand. I've been here almost. Well, it's been what, 5 years now, so I think I know pretty much. Have at least a little bit of a grasp on Thailand, and like I said before, the biggest thing for me is the people that I want to reach out to are the people that are, they lost a significant other, they're in the United States and they're laying on their couch and they're 65 or 62 or 70, whatever it is. Life doesn't have to be over. I never thought after this one that, that I would fall in love again. Forget about that. And I'd love my wife dearly here. And this one still. I'm lucky my wife isn't a jealous woman. She thinks somehow mystically through the planets or whatever that this one here helped me find her, which I have to agree with because before her, my choice of women in the hundreds that I've been through when I was younger, I didn't make any very good choices. So if she did, she probably did have some kind of influence. So I don't have to deal with that. She's great. So it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a marriage. It could be a companion. It could be coming here and getting to know somebody and travel and a lot of women that are in between 40 and 50 or 40 and 60 or whatever. They're at least my opinion is that they think that they want a farang because they want somebody that hopefully isn't going to cheat on them, has a good income. And you have to understand, you don't need to be a millionaire. You've got a good Social Security retirement from the U.S. You're bringing in 2,500. Even if you didn't plan and you have no pensions or whatever, that 2,500 is a very, very good living to a Thai person. So they're not, don't have to be a millionaire. Obviously, don't have to be a skinny uh, young man. That don't, yeah, you don't need to. They don't look. They look at what's in your chest. They want to somebody that's honest with them, sincere. And then, like I said, if you're just wanted to travel with somebody and don't want it to be anything more than just friendship, that's to be had too. Um, Either, whatever you want to do, but life doesn't have to be over. You don't have to roll over and wait to die and, watch reruns of Gilligan's Island. And although that's not bad, but you still watch your Netflix. I particularly wanted, I didn't know what I wanted. I wanted a friend. You gotta think that after 30 years, she was my best friend. Told her everything, everything. This woman knew everything about me, and talking to a woman is different. It's way different, and especially having as my wife, my lover, she was everything to me, and when she when she went, I figured, okay, it's done. Never, not going to find anything or anybody. So I just wanted somebody to talk to, and luckily enough, it was Nitnoy, and we talked and talked and talked and talked and talked until the wee hours of the morning for months and months, and finally went to meet her, and she was everything if not more than she's way more. She's way too good for me. Put it that way. Way too good for me. Hey Douglas, how you doing? I'm glad you could make it. We're looking. There's a movie star part. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. It was a good time. I think, like I said, my my wife said everybody in the town still talking about the party. They never seen anything like that in that little village there. But yeah, so if you're, if it's something that you're looking for, just have in your mind that there's culture here. Um, I met too many people that I'm not giving them anything. I can give them dime one. I'm not. You have to understand these women were raised to take care of their mother, their father, their grandma, their grandfather. So when they're busting their ass and sending 10,000 baht back to mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, and you want this woman to travel with you around the world or wherever, and you're gonna give this much and you're gonna get this much back. Uh, you give the 10,000 baht and move on. It's just part of the culture. But I've heard too many people, and it makes me sick. That they are not logical enough to know that's what they do. They take care of their elderly. You're not in the United States, and you don't get Medi-Cal and Medicare and kick the elderly to the curb and let the government and everything pay for them. They take care of their elderly. So at least have a brain. If not, go to some other country. Go to Germany or go somewhere. I'm not saying anything bad about Germany, but just go somewhere else if you don't want to. But they did adamant. I mean, I almost got into a fist fight with one individual because he was nasty. I mean, just didn't want to believe that I ain't giving nothing to nobody. Didn't my money. You're looking at it way wrong, man. Way wrong. Anyway, she started. Yeah, good. I wish you could have been there. I wish a lot of people could have made it. I know it's hard. It's a long distance. Like I was saying earlier about Gift and Joe and stuff. I'm sure that if he could have made it, he would have made it. Great people, obviously. But and I know some people can. I know Craig too. It's a long way for him too. But I'll make it that way. I'll meet Craig. Me and Ron were talking about it, so I'm going to come that way when Jake's around, and we'll all get together like I was supposed to last time with the trailer. Yeah, exactly. Right, right, Douglas. I mean, it just, but God, I look at people sometimes and I go, God, how can you be that stupid? And people wonder why they get beat up in bars because they're just stupid. They say the wrong thing. But uh, if you can take anything away from this channel or about Thailand is learn a little bit about the culture. If anything, at least learn what I just said, you know. And it doesn't have to be. You don't have to give them. I mean, I don't even know what is 10,000 baht right now. $300, you know. And like I said, you're going to get 200-fold back on that, and you should feel good about it. You got somebody you're obviously interested in. Uh, and you're not interested in her because she's 85-year-old, shriveled up person. She's somebody you want to go and have some fun with, and I don't mean fun by going and seeing the all the temples, going to waterfalls, going to the islands, going snorkeling. There's still a life to be had, and just keep that in your mind. Don't look at it like the sick buffalo stories and stuff like that. You should know that immediately. If you meet a woman and she asks you for 100,000 baht within the first 10 minutes that you talking to her, like I said before, it might be you might want to go on to the next one. Are they here? Yes. Are they every place on this planet? You bet, man. They're all over the United States. So think about it. That's the way this culture is. They take care. My wife's going to take care of me until I die. So I mean, it's not even her own. Well, I am her family now, but I mean, it's their mom. That's the way they were raised. So keep that in your mind. If not, go to another, go someplace else. Um, Not the place for you. Probably lost some subscribers after that rant, but that's okay. Uh, who the is that? What we talking about? The drunk lady? I like I said, man, she was having fun. My mother-in-law tried to drag her off twice. The people that were supposed to be watching that was the guys in the little vests, and couldn't get them to do anything. And then finally, some police came over, and then I didn't see her for a couple hours, and then she popped back up before the end of the night, and she was going strong. She didn't miss a beat. So, uh, okay, where are you going to be? I'll be in St. Lucia soon. My son's got something going on. Cool, good for you, but not a bad place to be. Dave, your wife, she liked to dance. She asked me to dance with her. Yeah, she wanted me to. I didn't want to scream, man. Like I said, I've already lost a little bit of my voice. She wanted to dance with Dow and Fa too. Um, my wife loves to dance and sing, and she's got a good voice. Uh, she likes to have a good time. She did a great job, man. You gotta. She was the one. She's the one that should get credit for everything. I was, I didn't. I went like this. You know, that's all I did. Which is, that's a major part of it. But she's the one that put it together. She did spend a lot of the time. Is it 10,000? I mean, it's nothing, right? I mean, like I said, I have a crappy video out about how you can live on 1,850 baht, because that's the average that I kind of figured out of Social Security if you kind of work pretty much your whole life. But it could be up as high as close to 3,000. But I broke it down in there, and I broke it down pretty good. Not the greatest video in the world, but it gives you a good idea. And you can live on 1,200 baht. And there's people that are. I wish I didn't see less. I wish I could have invited some people I forgot. And yeah, fall last minute, I said, wow, James is in the States. I asked Mitch, ask Fa if it's all right, and if she wants to come, please come. And I'm glad she did. I think she had a good time too. But I don't know. It was I had a hey Mark, I didn't see it. How you doing? Sorry, I got under a rant again. A moth to the flame. Uh, you still want to learn the language with Tip? I'm sure she'd be happy to teach you the language. Nice lady. But that's the way I think when I think of the women in Thailand. Tip is the absolute epitome of a good Thai person. She had long relationships. She wants to finish out her deal with somebody, just like anybody else, just like me, just like anybody, I would think, unless you just want to be a loner. Nothing wrong with that either. But the women in that age, I think are killer, man. I mean, and especially if you're a little bit on the older side. I'm gonna be 67. My wife is 43. She was 38 when I met her, uh, and it was almost perfect. See, I wasn't. Well, did I want to chase down 20-year-olds? No, it never even entered the equation. I was happy to just be alive, to have somebody when I started talking to Nitnoy, just somebody to talk with, and. And then when I met her, I'm saying this is a special person. I got luckier than shit. So you can get lucky, you can find somebody, you can be happy, and it doesn't have to be the end of the world. Um, is it devastating? Yeah, it's devastating, man. It's freaking the hardest thing I ever went through in my entire life. Um, but there is uh, a happier ending than just, I couldn't stay there when I the house that me and her were in, and like I said, it wasn't weird. I felt totally comfortable. She was probably there in whatever kind of um, way that whatever you believe in. uh, I didn't feel uncomfortable. Like I said, I'm a real crappy sleeper, and I wake up 10 times, 15 times a night. And every time that I woke up after she passed, it was for a split second. I thought she was, oh no, she did. And that was driving me freaking crazy. So I called up, got on the next plane, and went back. And that was in November of 2018. And I've been here ever since. Uh, Two suitcases and a backpack. And, and that was it. So, like I said, you don't need to be a mathematician, and you don't need to watch 80 people's channels to find out what it is. You watch a couple of channels, and like expat Paul, if you're in Bangkok, I think he showed one that was a hundred baht for 3 meals he had just the other day. Watch those. Watch people like Chuck, No Time to Be Sad. He does a lot of stuff in the stores. You know what the food is. You know what it costs. You know that if you're going to eat Fruit Loops and everything that has to be brought in, it's going to cost you more. But the main thing is, the biggest thing is, what is it going to be? It's going to be your electric, your phone, and your rent. And when you can rent a place here in Thailand, maybe not on the beach, but maybe, back in walking distance, and you're talking $300 for a furnished 1 bedroom with air conditioning, internet included. You know, I mean, it doesn't take much to figure out if I can get a place for 250 to 300 next to the water. Uh, you can do the math on the rest of it. It doesn't take a genius. Let's see what I missed. Did I miss anything? uh, to go back on it, Tip is a nice lady. So I do like drunken ladies. Good dancer. She was. Like I said, man, I was just afraid that she was going to hurt herself. I didn't want her to hurt herself. So they did a good job. My mother-in-law tamed it down. The cops tamed it down a little bit, and then they let her out of jail to to come back later in the evening. So it was cool. Let's see. Who judges someone else? You must be perfect. Let people. It's why the world is still spinning. Wish people wouldn't have pre-made up consumptions about another. We are all different for sure. And it's I'm the worst one in the world. I can't cast stones at anybody. Somebody that's doing whatever they're going to do, whether it be people ask me at the time, can I? Is it possible to get be with a bar girl and have a relationship? Yeah, they're all out there. That been with them 20, 30 years. So is it possible? Yes. And do I could I denounce somebody or say anything about them? No, they're doing what they think they need to do to survive. I didn't have that option, or maybe I would have went that way instead of when I was younger and went a few other ways. But I did whatever I needed to do to eat and take care of people. And it isn't every different. So I can't cast stones. Everybody is different, and you learn to either love them the way they are or hate them. But if somebody hates me, okay, you hate me. It's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I don't know, man. I can't cast stones at anybody. That's for sure. What is the language of love? You're open minded? Uh, Dave, you're a very good person. Blessed life. It's not luck. Yeah, it took a lot, and I give a lot of credit, um, Douglas, to this one and to Nitnoy in the last 5 years, but the last 10 years with this one, um, between the both of them, they just made me a better man, a better person, than to look at everything as bad and horrible, and and this and that, and not sit and cuss every other word, and not that that's a horrible thing, but to this one it was, because she was a big churchgoer and she had her friends over the house. I'd come in from outside, and 10 of them around, and it's F this, F that, and that, I can't believe this effing guy, and this, and sometimes when I'm talking with just the guys, I'll slip a little bit, but I really try not to, especially on here. And you guys know why. Down the road, when I'm dead and gone, my grandkids might, let's look at that old crap Grandpa used to do on YouTube, and maybe they get to know me a little better. So I try not to be as nasty, but I try to be. They made me a better person for sure, and I appreciate that too. Thank you, Douglas. Um, okay, I'll get a hold of you probably after I get done. God, it's already been an hour and 41 minutes. No, I think it was something different. It might have been $1.10 US. It was one I watched that it was 99 US, a dollar, less than $1, 3 meals. So and that was in Bangkok too. I know you get good prices. My wife always does too. She's going, oh yeah, well that should only be 20. We could feed 3 people for 60 baht. I'm going, they must be awful small people, at least to me. Douglas saying hi. You're the world, the language of love. Yeah, Tip's a good one, man. Let's see. Is Brock leaving? What did I miss? Later, Brock. You must have to go do something. All right, Brock. Thanks for coming by. Hey, big guy. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could make it. Is Tim here? I didn't see Tim. TNW. Did I? Sorry, Tim. Oh, there you are. All right. How you doing? I'm sorry you didn't make it. How was the house blessing you went to? You guys went. In case you didn't know, must be because it's a good Buddha day. Was the day that we had it, and so uh, your sister-in-law, right? Sister-in-law had a housewarming the same day. Bummer, because it would have been, you guys would have had an absolute ball. It was a good time, a really good time. Everybody saying hi and bye to Silver Brock to Scott. Everybody saying hi to Big Guy. Everybody saying hi to Tim. Oh, and I caught up. Mm. Dave, don't know how I could ever love another. Yeah, it amazed me, brother. I mean, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, you said you're going to fall in love again, I would have said you're full of shit. Quit talking to me. You're talking nonsense. Go down the road. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Um, it's amazing. Do I still love my wife? Yeah. Do I still love my wife here now? Yeah. And I didn't think it was possible. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, I'd have just said no. It's never going to happen, and it can. Um, is it a little bit different? It's a little bit different, um, but it's still. I love her with all my heart. I'd take a bullet for her without no questions asked. I'd die for her, either one of them, and my family too. And I told people that too. That I consider her daughters my daughters, and her mom and dad my family. Soon as I married her, they're mine. They're my blood. It's just the way that I believe. If I didn't like her children, I might not have married her, because it's important to me that if somebody marries somebody that has children, especially of a age that they know what's going on. They were like 13 and 16 or something like that. They I want them to know, I'll never let anything happen to you. As long as I'm around, nothing will happen to you. If I can, I'll do my best. I'm getting older, but I'll make sure I do everything in my abilities to make your life better, to make you better, and they're phenomenal. I got a phenomenal family, no doubt. Oh, what did I miss? Condolences. What happened? Sorry to hear that. Shit. Yeah, not too good. Brother-in-law wrecked his. Ah, see, that's what my biggest worry. And I told my wife is I wanted to make sure people knew that they had a ride and blah 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 and all that because it come back to oh yeah yeah that was a good party that they had over there. That was the day that Uncle so and so did that and oh man that's like my biggest my biggest nightmare. God, my condolences too. That sucks. Uh, EMT likely killed him when they moved him. His ribs were broken. They poked his kidney. Yeah, I don't think they're probably not trained completely. Wow, that sucks. And I both times, uh, anything that I've ever had throughout my life, I've always worried about that. Always. When we had it here, same thing. Uh, when we had there, my biggest deal was the next morning when I woke up and took a big breath and yeah, okay, good, cool. Because it doesn't take much, man. That's horrible. Sorry to hear that, brother. But let's see. I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Imagine that. All right, so let's see. I wonder what my wife. How much was that money she wanted? Probably should give it to them. They can wait. Let me refresh this. Okay. Now I'm back to live chat. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it sucks. Now, it's even worse like on weddings and not even worse. It's always bad. But, a house blessing, it might be a little bit different, but something that, you're going to remember every year, like your wedding, like, stuff like that. Uh, I always worried about it. All my marriages had four. The first two I worried about, same thing. Back as far as I can remember, uh, I've always worried about that. Bummer, bummer, bummer. What's the no worries? I love it when Ron's here. I can read his chat very well in case anybody's out there that want to give my brother a sack of crap about him uh, typing in capitals so that we can see. So don't think anything of it. Yep. All right. Well, an hour and 48 minutes coming up. I was going to do a trailer trash Thailand video going out. I was going to stretch it into 3 days going to see Aaron and seeing this bike. I think what I'm going to do is I don't know if it's going to be. It's supposed to be, according to my wife, she wants to do a couple of days, but I don't know. In the near future, there's going to be something coming out, and I up in the mountains somewhere, camping in the trailer. But she also said she wants to go. The kids want to go, and that's another thing that I got to find out too. Now I told Chuck that I won't do the Santa Claus thing. I wanted to go to Aaron's. Thought about that too, but I told Chuck we'll see if they find a fat enough thing. But I didn't know until yesterday. Now that the kids are going to come for Christmas and New Year's. They got time off, which is far and few between at the private school. And they want to go camping up in the mountains somewhere in the trailer. But either way, I think Chuck's thing is before Christmas. The stuff that we're gonna do is before Christmas, so I'll have to find out. But either way, I'll make my rounds around. Of course, me being the person that I am, I'd rather be at Aaron's eating barbecue, but I don't think I'm going to get my way. But that's the deal. I really want to get some stuff out on trailer trash. I'm jonesing to do it because I even if it's just what I'm doing here, sitting inside the trailer or out cooking, just bullshitting about whatever. I think, yeah, put some. It'll be good for me. I don't know if anybody will watch it, but it'll be good for me. And hopefully, James, if you guys aren't following him, Chocolate Man in Thailand, he's got Chocolate Man in Van. He's in the States. He bought a van and he's doing a van life thing. I'm thinking he's going to give it a good go. And if it goes, I don't know. He's going to be back in Thailand. He's got pho here and a bunch of stuff, but he's going to give it a try. And it looks like he's having fun. So if you guys, I don't know if I've been following that type of thing, camping alone, moto camping, uh, winter camp, all that stuff. I've been following different people, Steve Walls, for a long time. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, you ought to give him a little support and watch his stuff. He's in San Diego, Maine, right now. I think the ones I've watched. He's got the van. He's got just started. He's got a couple of eco flows, and he's running into some heating problems. I think right now. So I think he's gonna go with a high grade uh, gas. I think heating system. It's I don't know exactly the band stuff, but he's just starting out. So if you want to catch him and follow him, it'll be good. James is a good guy. Yep. All right, Douglas. I'll have to come your way too sooner or later too, and meet up with you. So have a good day on the farm. Cheers to you. Um, you have been dead a bunch of times too. It makes you. I don't know about you, but me, it makes me appreciate life more. The main ones were, I'm going to say, probably 8 or 10 times when I had that tube shoved down my throat 3 years ago. And after that, okay, I'm not Superman. I'm not invincible. I can die. Um, I learned a lot about myself that made me understand myself better. I don't know how to explain it. I'm rambling. Maybe I'll save the rambles for the trailer trash Thailand. Uh, yeah, I'm that way too. That's why when I talk about my mom's thing, I call it a celebration of life. She was 90 years old. I mean, hell, if I can go to 90, and she was pretty much, I'm going to say, 100% up until about 88. The last 2 or 3 years that my brother had to deal with, mainly, and I give him a lot of credit for that. I miss my mom, but um, 88, she was still driving every day, going to church 7 days a week, get up every morning at 5, be to church by 6. After church, she'd take communion, bring it over to the hospital, give it to them. Then she'd have her swimming classes or singing classes or No One Dies Alone. She was in charge of through the church, which was people with terminal illness in the hospitals. They would go in there and read to them, and a bunch of people that got together. My mom did a lot of good in her life. She took care of babies that were up for adoption. My mom was amazing, amazing woman. I never talked about it. I think she thinks she did a shitty job raising me, but if you're watching and looking down, you did a pretty good job, man. I got no problems with the way I was raised. She, I think, felt that she married a guy that beat me on occasion, and she took that to heart that was her fault, and it was never her fault. It was him being an ass, and it wasn't even his. I mean, he was a drinker. When the guy was sober, he wasn't a bad man. Big man, hit like a freaking mule. But he, when he drank, he did it. Luckily, with my brother, we're 10 years apart, and he never laid a hand on him. So I'm grateful for that. And my brother loved him dearly. I just never could find the love after that. I didn't hate him. I talked to him for my brother. I would talk to him and be decent. They'd always ask me, "Why don't you come fishing up in the?" No, no, I think I'll pass on this one. But he died kind of young. I think he was 68, 67, something like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Am I rambling? I think I'm rambling. What was I talking about? Dying? Where's Logan when I need him? But yeah, I don't know. Life's too short. I say it again. I know Kenny, he's probably gone already, but he had mentioned to me that what I said, if you could retire one second earlier than you anticipated, do it. And he said he took that advice, and I'm glad that he did. There's a lot of people that are right on the edge, and the edge I mean in the States. I can only talk about the States because that's all I know of the retirement stuff. But if you get Social Security and you can get it at 62, let's say right now, I think, um, and they're 55 or whatever, and they've got an egg of money, a couple of eggs, and they've got enough in budget themselves that they can get to 62 and still have a good chunk of money left. A lot of people are doing that now, and I think it's the way. I think it's the right choice. And I think Southeast Asia is the place to do it. Thailand, of course, my preference. Um, you you can come here and you can live on and I think it was Les that has his house, does his traveling. I think Les is his budget is 1,200, if I'm not mistaken, and it can be done. Are you going to run around and chase 20-year-olds around the bars in Thailand? No. Are you going to go out drinking every night? No. It's live a nice life. It's very well within grasp, and people I think are looking at it more that way instead of, let's see, I'm 55. I can retire. I'm not going to get this pension, and I'm not going to get the Social Security. I'm not going to get this, but I have this chunk of money that can get me for 20 years at this budget. All I need to do is roll for 6, 7 years till I get my Social Security, and I'm on top of the world. I got, me and my wife or whatever. We've got 35, 4,000 a month income. Uh, that's more than enough. It's what I take, 3,000, and I pay mortgages and car payments and everything. So it can be done. I didn't ask anybody, how does this thing sound? I should have asked Logan when he was still here. You love your what? Second and third choice? What did I miss? I'm missing you guys. Let's see, Ram, you're right about that. Life is short, be happy. Yeah. Yeah. Not a truer thing was said. Oh man, I don't know, man. Some people amaze me. Like I said, if you're in a situation, Jake is, Bobby was, uh, you've got, like I said, when I first started the channel and we were talking about, being able to retire, I kind of added if you've got grandkids, that's going to be tough. But it never entered my mind that you've got elderly parents, that are ailing and need you. It's a tough deal. Like I said, if my kids ever watch this, and don't worry about me, live your life. And I told Bobby that too, and I think I've said it before on here that if your dad, he's a father, and me as a father, do I want to see my son? Sure, occasionally I'll, if I know my son is going off to retire in in Thailand, and is going to have an awesome freaking retirement, then I'm happy with FaceTime. Come visit me once a year. give me a kiss on the cheek, tell me you love me, and and go on with your thing. That's me. I think if you're a parent, I think most of them have that in their, in their mind. Or I would hope they would. But that's what, in case my kids ever want to know, look at some of my old videos, and I'll tell you. I'll probably tell them before if I was to get sick. But I don't think I'm going to. My wife is going to take care of me here. A lot of women here. Who you talk? There's a lot of good people here for sure. I believe it. I talked with Kenny Dave. He said he listens to you. Yeah, I think they made a good choice. Like I said, by all means, hopefully no one gets the wrong idea. This guy on YouTube told me just retire. No, if you can retire comfortably and have your plan in place, yes. Don't retire and have no money, no income, or not enough. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're sitting in a position and you're 55 and you're going to wait till you're 65 and you've got a nest egg or something and you've got the money to do it, take your retirement at 62 from Social Security and budget your money out and see if you can do it. If you can do it, I don't see anything wrong with that. Otherwise, I mean, I look back right now and tell you, I've lost some dear friends at the age of 48 to 55, 60 years old, 50 to 55. 8 or 10 of them. Did they think they were going to die at 50 years old or 52 or 54 or 56? No, no, they sure didn't. Is it possible? Yeah, sure is. Um, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can do it, and what brought me to that, I told the story over there. I was supposed to retire. I'm not supposed to. I had the option of retiring when I was 38. I was married to the father or to the mother of my father, the mother of my two children, which was the only thing that she gave me that was anything good. And we ended up getting divorced before I had property bought, plans in there. I had money in the bank. I would have kept one truck, done air conditioning on the side, and put on the machine they call Bob's Air Conditioning. I'm fishing, at 38 years old. And, uh, the, the story out, she had her best friend. This is the biggest nightmare that, again, the nightmare is about somebody passing on your wedding day or whatever, like what happened to poor Tim. But it he worked till he was 65 or whatever it was. Packed his own house up. Took him 2 weeks. Damn near killed him. Loading everything in a truck and hauling it up to uh, or northern California. Nice house. Bought it overlooking a pool and a property and awesome and everything. Unpacked all that crap in 2 weeks. The daughter's talking to mom on the phone and she's washing her dishes and looking out the window, and dad's in the backyard cooking burgers and goes to flip one and he's dead before he hits the ground of a massive heart attack. Now that would suck. And that's what I always thought of in my life. And that's, I got to retire early and took the option of doing so. And I think it's the right decision. Like I said, if you've only got this much money and you can only spend, $1 a day to, be logical about what you're budgeting yourself for. Give yourself a good budget. Give yourself something that, like when I first came here, I budgeted. I mean, I thought I was going to use all this money and not even close, not even close. And, I thought I was going to burn through 1,000 baht a day and have extra money here and there. No, it just depends. But I also trip 3 trips a month to some of them on the scooter in Phuket. Some of them I went out to Krabi, to Kolak, and and 3 to 4 day jaunts of And probably 3 and 4 star hotels for a certain amount of money. And I did basically 12, half the month I was vacationing on my retirement and still had plenty of money. So, people say my magic number with people is between, if you're a single person coming over here, if you're between 25 and 3,000, you've got more money than you know what to do with. And that's vacationing, doing pretty much anything you want. Granted, again, like I said, that's not my budgets, and everything that I do doesn't include going to the bars every night and drinking every night and carousing with young women every night. That you need 15,000 a month, and you can have a hell of a good time. And then if that's what you got, hey, God bless you. Have a good one. Wasn't what I was looking for. That's for sure. Not looking for what? Happiness in another. Found it here now. I'm in Vermont with my parents. Yeah. You, if, oh, sorry, I'm behind. Oh, there's Mitch. And Fa. How you doing? In the chat, great time. I have a cold. Uh-oh. Um, Fa did the live stream that we were talking about earlier. And I think you've got another video coming out. Um, they, I believe. So you had a part one on the trip, and then I think part two is going to be at Ubon, I believe. So if you guys get a chance, go and check out Fa's deal. Bummer about the cold, though. Hope you feel better. I was Mitch saying, Dave, good morning. Don't go yet. I've got to. Yeah, I don't need to go. I'm still rambling. We still got 23 people here, and it's been over 2 hours. I'm not in a rush to do anything because I'm going to rest for like 2 or 3 days. I've got to go do look at that motorcycle, and but I'm going to probably do that on Thursday. I'm guessing. Everybody's saying hi. Hi, Mitch. Hi, Fawn. I was leaving, but I'll wait to see what you have to say. I gotta heal and some time. I love my mom. Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, man, to me, it's a different story. If my kids, and I probably ought to make sure they know. I think they do. I want them to enjoy their life. They don't need to worry about me. I can take care of myself. Other people, maybe they can't. But I know it's tough, and I love my children, and I would want them to have a good end of days. I hate to say it that way, but that's the way I put it. But um, it I want them to enjoy their life. Was a comedian. I live like tomorrow. All can change. Getting ready for the big one. My parents aren't young. If they were, I'd already be living in. Yeah, you have to do what you feel inside, brother. I mean, you have to. They're your parents. You know them better than anybody. You need to know what you feel like you have to do, and you have to do what you have to do, right? I mean, it's the way it is. Okay, everyone, I go to work again. I get it done today. All right, thanks. We'll see you in the next one, I hope. Yep, come by for sure. Life is a few are dying. Yeah, exactly. No one's going to live forever, right? Say bye, good day. Uh, zinc and what? Here's a oregano oil. There you go. Sounds healthy. Yeah, Father needs to do what she wants to do. Well, Ronald Joe, your comment about his Mitch and the new chocolate man. What did he? What did he say? What did I miss? I miss. Who said it? Joe did. Yeah, you'll probably get good, a lot of medical input, especially from Aaron. And I think Aaron knows a lot about all that kind of crap too. I have to say that. I missed something, obviously. I guess I missed something. Oh, from him. That's Joe too. So he didn't like your comments, and they might have been a little out of context. I wonder where he got that from. I think that was on the other one. Hello, everyone. I missed your hellos because I was commenting. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Hola to you. Hope you are well. Um, anything can be had with a with weed. I think. Thank you very much, Louis. You'll be a happy camper for sure. Um, thank you. Uh, well, Lewis is the man. Hey, Nikki, you woke up. Uh, yes, he is for sure. Uh, do do do. Was that what you wanted? Make sure I didn't go anywhere. Is that what you wanted to say, Mitch, or did you actually have something else to say besides what Joe said? Uh, I'm oblivious. Uh, I think sometimes people are insensitive to people. They don't think when they say something. They think it's a joke sometimes, and uh, it's not a joke to some people. Has hurts their feelings. I was talking to Paul about about some of that stuff. You have to be pretty thick skinned, I think. You know, she's a good person. I got to know her a little bit better, which I'm glad that I had the option to do to know her. I'm glad that she came. But sometimes people, I don't know. And Joe's a good guy. He has a sense of humor that sometimes a little bit off, but it you know it sometimes it hurts people that you don't know, you know, that you don't think about it. You think it's a joke, and I understand that, but sometimes you have to think about the person, and even though they maybe shouldn't, maybe they should take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's hard to do. Me, I'm a little bit thick-skinned. People can say shit about me, and it doesn't really it doesn't really bother me. But some people it does. Yeah, I think so. Is that what is that why you wanted me to hang around because you wanted to put that in, or was there something else that you wanted to say? I agree, and I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're saying. I think that what I'm saying now is that what you wanted me to hang for, or did you have something else you wanted to talk about? Hey, Paul's back, or you been here the whole time? You might not. Okay, so that was it. Okay. Yeah, I was, and that's a we talked about that too. Um, I was telling you know, take a break, take a break. It's hard when, especially when you're around a bunch of people that you want to um, get to know, like what Aaron was just saying, talking to Mitch and you know, and wanting to know, you know, meet him, talk to him. It's so hard when ding ding. It was going crazy. And my wife was watching the last night. She put on Fa's live stream, and I said, "Man," and I'm laying there watching part of it. I said, you got to turn the sound off." I listened to it that whole night, and I had enough of the loud music. I heard her feelings. I heard my wife's feelings. But is it okay if I still watch the TV? Yeah, of course. I want to see it too, but I don't want to listen to the same thing that I listened to the whole night. Although it was awesome. The hard part, like I said, when you want to talk to somebody and you've got to scream across, you know, a table or even next to you, like that's why I'm a little scratchy is because of that. But and then I love the house, bless the wonderful party, unbelievable. Yeah, she did a that's all my wife, man. That's her. That's the same thing she does with the kids, with all the stuff. I mean, she knows exactly what she's doing with every penny that she gets, and constantly smiles about it. You know, she loves to do it. But that's what she does pretty much. Like I said, she does the billing. I think she does billing and sales for the government-owned internet company. But she also every time that there's a party and every time there early retirement, retirement parties, everything, New Year's, Christmas, whatever they put on, her and her boss are the ones that organize everything from the food, the drink, the entertainment, everything, how it's put together, and you know, my wife's amazing. Yeah, we'll have to do it again now. Yeah, it was. There was even the drunks were under control. Why is he doing that? Is that you, Joe? Are your feelings hurt? I don't understand. Are you guys gonna fight? I gotta see if I don't know, man. Maybe that's not Joe. I don't know. Uh, kisses to Mitch. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's a trying thing, you know. And we like I said, I talked to her a little bit about just YouTube, you know, crap and stuff, and it's tough, you know. Sometimes things are said that, like I said, hurt your feelings. I think he knows it, Joe. I hope it's you, but I don't know why. Are you still trying to? You try to dig at him, and you're mad at him now. It's amazing. Yeah, he's joking, and I understand that, Joe. But it does. It's she has a hard time, I think, with it, and um, he and Mitch is voicing his opinion, which, like I said, it happens to be mine too, and I really like Fa. Is it hard for her? Yeah. Do I know it's a joke? Yeah. It's hard um, for her to see it. It would be seen as, and Mitch too. Mitch doesn't want to be known as that either. All right, let me get back in and see if anything's else is going on besides that. Uh, all right, so it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. Are you still here? Do you know when your part two has it come out? Does anybody know? Has it come out? Mitch, do you know? If you guys, Mitch seems to think it's going to be a superb, excellent video. So I'm Jones, and I want to see it. I don't want to. Mine isn't going to be that good, and I know Chuck's is going to be better. I'm sure Bobby's is probably better. Every time I do, it was hard because like I said, I couldn't put a lot of the stuff in that I wanted to because it's hard, like I said, to cook pizza and try to film something and not burn and anyway. So, uh, but did you hear me, Mitch, or no? Did Foz come out or not? Ah, okay, here it is. The vid will come out when YouTube releases it. It's a fun video, lots of laughs. Bobby's video is fantastic. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. He had mentioned it earlier on another another talking deal. You said it's going to be good, so I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it is. Hey, brother Dave. I think part two is out. Bobby's is great. Excuse me, Uncle Bobby. Bobby's is good. I think he did a great job. It's not too long. I have a hard time cutting shit out of mine. All right, there she is right there. I post on membership right now, 1 to 2. Oh, okay. Too sexy on that video. I know you were having fun. You were having a lot of fun with Chuck. You and Chuck had something going on with going up and getting some video. But I think everybody had a good time. I know Fa did. I know Chuck. I know everybody did. So, but it excuse me. Um, okay, so we got to wait a couple of days. Is that what you're saying, or we have to become members? We have to become members to see it, uh, or it'll be released 2 days after you release it to the members. I'm confused. Sometimes things go over my head. Uh, if if you could only have one last beer, what would it be? Ugh, I don't drink that much anymore. Probably be the coldest one. I'm not big on any of the IP, all that fancy beer stuff. Um, but I do like a cold beer. Come on, Nikki. Love to meet you. Nikki's gonna make it here eventually, aren't you, Nikki? Eventually, you're gonna make it. Ah, okay, okay. So no, so I understand now. Everyone, it will turn. Okay, okay, makes sense. So if you guys want to see part two, go become a member anyway. Go over and become a member on help Fa out anyway. Um, but the I can't wait to see it. And maybe I'll become a member. I should be a member. I might. I'll be a member. I'll support you. Uh, area. What I liked. What was God? I hate this for some reason. When I click on something and then I click off of it, I can't read it anymore. But if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe, Nikki. That wherever you were, was it today that I watched? That was awesome. Like I said, man, I didn't realize, and I've never been, and I'm still on my bucket list to go to the UK. But these places that she takes Buddy to run around in are absolutely, some of them majestic. I mean, they're gorgeous areas that she gets to go. But I hope that you'll be able to come here someday. Thanks for the apology, Joe. Uh, I like when your daughter and your wife, and the youngest one. What was weird is that I was waiting for her. We did 2 years ago, which she would have been 18 or 19. She danced at our wedding, the one that we had here. Uh, same guy, same everything. And then afterwards, boy, she's got into this crazy, I mean, gyrate dancing that uh, I thought it was awesome, but it was a little embarrassing. But then I found out later that she had been drinking. But yeah, I mean, if you've seen on Facebook, if you're probably not with her, but she's got written on her hand, "My mom is my superhero," and they love their mother to pieces, man. They talk to each other every day. Every day, my wife talks to the kids, and me too. I mean, I get to wave in the background, but they're good kids. What in spare room there? I wanna. It's on my bucket list, man. I've got Australia, the UK, Italy. My mom wanted me to go to Italy. I haven't been there yet. We've got like 9 million relatives. She said, just go there. They'll take care of you for as long as you want to stay. She stayed in God, what's I can always forget uh, what's the hottest place. I mean, the best place in Italy. I mean, there's a lot vineyards and God. Anyway, my mom went there, spent 6 months with them all. So there are some dumb places that I want to go, but UK is one of them. But I don't even know where you're at around there, Nikki. But I didn't realize that. I guess because I've never been there, I didn't realize what. I never watched it like a documentary on. Come look at what we have here in the UK. I just don't. I've never done it. But after watching the stuff that you put on, and I'm imagining this stuff has to be close to you. Uh, it's amazing. YouTube took my subscription and membership to all my favorites and resubmitting. Really? Got your daughter's dance she did on video. Permission before I post it. She did very yeah. You can post it anytime you want. She if you've seen her in if you're familiar with traditional and Thai stuff, the giant, which is the one that you see with all green that they've got whatever they make them out of, they're all over the place. She does the giant, and I'm in thorough amazement when I watch her. If you watch that, I've seen it a couple of times. She's done that particular one, but she knows like hundreds of these, and there's got to be 50,000 different moves in each one of those, and it has to be the same every time. It, if you don't, if you're not thinking about it, oh, they're just no. That's like singing a song that's got you know 100,000 words in it that you got to remember. I'm in total amazement. Every step, every hand move, everything is all orchestrated. That's part of the dance. And the giant is about anything you could read about the giant. Giant's probably the biggest traditional Thai dance deal that I've seen. It's always, but there's many of them. Um, let's see, Fum. Your videos haven't. She's doing good stuff for sure. I think you nailed it there for sure. Yeah, it is. And Joe's got that kind of sense of humor, but sometimes it gets to be much. He watches. It's hard. It's sometimes I don't know. I've done it before too. Sometimes I'm guilty. uh, He's got his condos, man, and bars. It's what he does. I mean, Berkshire. Okay, Berkshire. I don't know where that is, but I'm going to look it up. Parks are lovely, but the place is a shit show. uh, yeah, everybody in the States, Nick, is telling me the same thing. You're lucky you're where you're at. You don't ever want to come back here. It's only going to get worse. I mean, I hear all sorts of crap. Yeah, I'm trying to think. My family's going to leave my favorite place, but location due to certain YouTubers. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's the one that everybody knows. If I was to say it, you'd go. How can you forget that? Um, I'll remember it one day. You'll just hear me blurting out of words because I don't want to forget it. But they had a absolute fun. And what's in I don't know if they're still doing it, but in certain parts of Italy, Sicily, and stuff like that, you could go and you could buy a place for a penny. What you had to do is they would give you these old rundown places, and you had to sign a thing, an agreement that you would take so many years to. I don't know if this is exact what you would do to redo it, and you had to invest. You were going to invest $30,000 or whatever you were going to put into the economy, and you were going to make this place. But you could buy a place. I think it was for $1, maybe a U.S. dollar. My mom said, "I want to buy." Mom, she was there. You're 78 years old or 80 years old. What are you going to do? But she loved it, and the family took care of her there. And they came here, and I did get to meet some of them, but just phenomenal. The people from Italy. Thanks, Nikki. I don't know how many thumbs up do we have. Do we have thumbs up? I'm sure. Yeah, yeah. With me, like I said, when all of us, my whole family came from Italy, but when they came away, that's why I want to get to Australia, and I've met a few, but I've got a crap load of relatives. When they left Italy, half of them went to New York, and half of them went to Australia, and then coming over from the East Coast, they're almost all in West Haven, New Haven. They're in Connecticut, most of them. And then my grandfather, grandmother, my two uncles, and my mother came over to California, and then that's when they started the restaurant on Hollywood Boulevard. I want to say it was before I was born, 54, maybe 1954, uh, and then that whole thing. And God, there's probably just out of those families now with the kids having kids, I'm guessing there's probably over 100 just from those three, my two uncles and my mom. Uh, one uncle had 7 kids, so that made it easier. But now they've had family, and their kids have families, and it's amazing to see. The East Coast, I think, hung on to the traditions more than the West Coast did. They still get together and do everything, and on like, or I think they do still, Christmas and that kind of stuff. The family on the West Coast, they kind of went into their own things. They had their own families and they did their own thing. The East Coast was more, they put something together. If you were sick, then everybody got together and said, "Okay, I can take care of Dave from noon to 4 o'clock every other day," and they put everything together. They try to take care of everybody. Just a little bit different than the East Coast, West Coast. I don't know how exactly to explain it. Is Scott going? Good night, Scott. Scott. Uh, I I appreciate Scott. Scott came in and did a lot of stuff for the channel, and then he was out of work, right? And he ended up getting 2 jobs. So now he's busting his rear working, and I'm sure he's happy happy to do so. Um, and I appreciate everything for sure. Oh, Ron says I worked on a car carrier. Nicky stopped Southampton, Belgium, and see everybody knowing what. I appreciate it. I know that you are, Joe. And I'm sure that they accept your apology. Um, I know I do. Want to be where you, I bet. But yeah, I don't know. You got well, what would your situation be? You've got family. You got sons. It would be hard for you, right? Is that what's holding you besides financially? There's a lot of different things that hold you in different places. Yeah, there it is, right there. Sorry, I should have just went down one, and I wouldn't have to say that. Uh, but yeah, it's hard, right? I mean, it's hard for me. I was lucky because um, I my mom was in good shape. My brother was right there. When it became harder is after I got married and a couple of years prior to when she passed in this year. Uh, it was hard. My brother had a lot of responsibilities, but I couldn't do anything. COVID, I couldn't fly. I could barely breathe. My doctor said that you shouldn't fly. I'm. It was tough, but she was in good shape at her age then, and when I decided to go ahead and go. Hello, I found your channel from the pizza video. Cool. Did you buy that up from somewhere in Thailand? I live in Colorado. I think I answered. I bought it on Lazada. Uh, the ones though that I think is the way to go is the LP. They make the same oven, but LP. And what I'm looking at now, and I'll let you know if you check in occasionally from what is it called, Albiani or whatever it is. It's one of the people on the channel told me check there. They've got 2,000 different suppliers of Chinese knockoffs of everyone, coal fired, pellet fired, LP. But for what I want to do with it and make a bunch of them, I don't think the taste is going to be um, that much different. And I need to tell Logan next time. He's the one. He's the serviceman in the states, and his wife Jamie. Uh, the dough, man. You've got to let the dough ferment. It for two couple of days would be perfect. It makes a big difference. A big difference. Yes, I dread having to go back. Yeah, I know. And Aaron is has his Thai family here and is working in Texas and busting his rear trying to sell his business now and get to Thailand. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate that, by the way. But I will. I would get LP. I would check them out. I just think it's so much easier. And to me, if I was only cooking like maybe a couple of pizzas for me, my wife, and a couple of family members, it wouldn't be that bad. The pellets, but the pellets are expensive. But when I'm cooking, even if I have people coming over to the house, I'm probably going to make 15 pizzas or more. So it's easier when you make the doughs and let them ferment and sit for a while in the refrigerator. Um, then that makes it easier to just take out them in bunches. And if you had an LP one, I could probably cook 15 pizzas in an hour and a half. So I could just get them in there and run them because they're only in. If I could regulate it like this, instead of trying to put in 3 or 4 pellets to, get what I want heat wise, it would be so much easier. I'd probably cook them in an hour and a half and I'd be done. So it'd make it easier. Love you. Mitch is a well loved person, I think, for sure. I'll if I think I answered your deal. Um, Send me something. My email is in on the is it the community tab? No, the about or something on that page. It's got my email, but it's real easy. It's Koi Doctor, KOIDR one, the numeral, at gmail.com. If I get a chance, I'll put it in here anyway. Let's see, that should come up. If it comes up, I don't know how far I'm behind on the chat, but I think I'm behind. Gonna crash. All right, Nick. Thank you very much. Nick's the best. Migration landed in New York, San Francisco, and Louisiana, of all places. Yeah, mine all they were in through New York, I think. Sorry, he has to go. She's tired. Want to see a live stream of Daz versus Mitch in arm wrestling championship taking odds? We can do that. We'll do it. We'll do one. I'm sure they'd be happy to do it. I have to go. Appointment. All right. I'm way behind, so you're probably already gone. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Foz, one of the good ones. We had a good time. It was great to meet up with her and get to talk a little bit before the music went crazy. And the next day was mainly more. I talked to her the next day more. She's a good lady for sure. Dave, do you have the link to the pizza? No, I don't, but I'll dig it out for him. I put in there the one that I got. It went to a wish list, so I don't even know if they're available anymore. But I'm gonna look. I'll look it up afterwards. Let's see. There, Nikki. Link to Foz. Thank you. Trying to roll through these quick. So if I miss something, guys, put it back up. Yeah. God, I know, man. I guess I'm lucky. Tim, I lived in England I didn't know that, for 2 years. Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous where she's taken Buddy. I mean, it's awesome. I tried to find it. Yeah, they're really weird. There is no elk. I tried to order two of them. If you heard the story, the second one, the guy sent me a pen for 9,000 baht from China, and I did get my money. I got my money. I will say that for Lasada, but I couldn't find any on there. Go to that Albiani. I don't know how you order, but you can some of them you can order just one, and some of them you have to order 100. But there's thousands of them on Albiani or whatever. If I'm not saying that right, somebody put up the Chinese. They're sellers. They're like they can get you anything you want, but you got to buy them in quantity. If I wanted to start up a business, I'd start up a business right now and buy 1,000 pizza ovens and put them on Lasada, especially the LP ones. You can't get them. All right, so there's my email. So email me something and then and say who you are from over in where were you, Korat? And I'll see if I can find some kind of a link for you. All right, cool. Appreciate it. I'm off to the temple. Attaboy. For the funeral. Okay. Again, condolences. All right, Tim. Tell your lovely wife sorry for her loss. Bummer, man. Yeah, I know it's too loud. The second day it was much better. We'll have to have, like I said, man. I want to set up a meeting. Mostly people from this us, and I mean us. I mean Fa and James and everybody that's around here, and I think we could get even now with I have 22,400 subscribers. The ones that watch, I think we could get 30 people to a resort somewhere, probably be close to Pattaya, because they most people go there. They'll come into Bangkok, and even if they're in Bangkok, they can take a van over to to that area, and not necessarily down in the water or whatever. I mean, if that's what everybody wants to do, but maybe we'll after the first of the year we'll get through this holiday season, and after the first of the year we'll start talking about putting something together. Hey, Paul. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning now. Let's see. Mm, thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, my wife is very happy. She's gonna be happy today between everybody. Oh, okay. Did I make it? Good. I made it through everybody. Um, yeah, I mean, even like Paul too. He's in Bangkok. So if we make something over in Jomtien, Pattaya, maybe we get a resort. We do a weekend. And we get everybody over there. I think it would be awesome. I think everybody would get along. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's it. Alibaba. That's it. That's it. That's it. You'll go on there and just type in LP outdoor pizza oven, and you'll see every they, they're they're knocking off each other's steel. They all come from the basic gist. But what I ended up doing too, if you're still here, which I'm sure you are, on my pellet deal, I took a piece of that tubing that's I'm guessing about maybe almost 2 inches high, and then it's like this thick. And I put a 12-inch piece in the back of that oven, and that helped about keeping that. In this particular oven, there's slots in the box there, so not only was it rolling over the top, but it was blaring out the back a little bit, and it really helped with me being able to control and keep from burning the crusts. So. But as soon as I get the LP one, I'll do another video on it. But I will also, if I do find that one, I'll send it to you. If not, um, you know, keep me up on what you're ordering, and we'll see what we get out of there. But I'm going to definitely. I left the pellet one there. The pellets are expensive for that big giant bag. I don't know what it was, 20 kilos, 50-pound bag of the hickory pellets was 1,500 baht plus 250. It was damn near $60 for the pellets. And did I cook a crap load of pizzas? I did. But like I said, if you're just cooking like what Logan, I don't know if you watch, you probably just started watching the channel, but him and his wife bought an LP one. They're vegetarians, which I said pizza would be like perfect. They still eat cheese and some stuff like that. So you got mushrooms, you got olives, you got, everything you put on there. It just was ideal for them. But for the way that I do them, LP would be the way to go. So I left the pellet one there because I'm only going to go there once or twice uh, a month. And the rest of the time, it's for, I'd like to have parties. Oh, excuse me. Oh, family over, a couple times a month. Um, and cook up that. They love the pizza. So we'll see. All right. Is Rob going? It's got to be late, right? I'm going to end. I mean, we're at 2 hours and 50 minutes. Uh, all right. Good. That's good to know. Joe's a good guy. Thanks, Mitch. Um, yes, I've never been experimenting with making pizza dough, coconut flour because I've been. Oh, okay. Yeah, and the dough kind of makes a big difference. Yeah, I mean, it's just limitless, right? Unless you're a vegan. If you're a vegan, I mean, just chew on. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not big. I respect vegetarians and vegans. Um, Up until recently, I mean, if a big steak, and I got it every once in a while. But the more and more I think about animals and stuff like my mother-in-law, they go there. My wife gets bit on the finger by a chipmunk of some kind. They had a wire around its neck, and they had it on a thing, and they were walking around. They were going to go kill it and eat it. And my mother-in-law said, "Can I buy that from you so that she could, so they could release it and put it up a tree?" and that's what they did. My wife said she could swear that the chipmunk was smiling as it went up the tree. But for certain things like that, or for no carbs or low carb stuff, I'm sure you could find something. All right, cool. Have fun with that. If you run into anything interesting, send it to me. I'd love to see it. But I think I'm going to end stuff on a high note. Again, Lewis, if you're still watching, thank you very much. Rob, I know you're gone. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for what you guys do and help. The My wife surely appreciates it. It all goes back to Thailand, and it always will. Um, and my wife pays taxes on it. It's her AdSense account. So, and I do too. Ought to figure out some way to do it differently, but there just isn't that much there. Alrighty, yeah, cool. I'm glad you did too. Maybe we'll meet up. I'm going to be in Korat this week. Actually, I'm looking at a motorcycle to buy. Hey Ted, glad you could make it. Uh, take it easy. All right, you too. I appreciate it, guys. Um, I have to go over and I have to do my special deal. My intro and my outros for my live stream were given to me by Richard of Richard Travels as a stand-up guy. I hope you're watching. I hope everything's going well for you. Richard needs to find work. I hope he did. But what he did for me, I truly appreciate and look forward to meeting you. Everybody else, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And let me find the outro. And I will catch you on the next one.